My videos age like fine wine. Hey guys, what's up? Gamer Guide here. And we got a lot to talk about in this video, so I'm just going to combine everything to one video because next month is going to be jam-packed with Sonic news. We got a lot of stuff coming out next month, from like Sonic Origins release date to Sonic Frontiers gameplay finally, to Sonic Prime trailer, and I've heard some stuff about Sonic Prime from some insiders. I'll get to that later. And then last but not least, Sonic Rebound Episode 6 preview, all coming out in June. But first, let's get into these details. But before I do, be sure to smash the like button, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Be sure to hit that thanks button, and hopefully we can get this channel to 100,000 subs before Sonic Frontiers comes out. But alright, now first, let's talk about that Sonic 06. Now, if you guys remember early last year, we're talking about January 2021, I made a video about Sonic 06 will come back to Xbox systems. It will be relisted, but I said that it would be backwards compatible with Xbox One and Xbox Series X and S. I said it will be backwards compatible. Now, we haven't gotten backwards compatibility yet, but it has been relisted. It's coming back on Xbox Live. I think it's there right now. Yeah, it's there right now. I was actually reluctant to make that video because I'm not a Sonic 06 fan. You guys already know that. I don't care about the game. But the reason why I made that video was because at the time I was like, yo, this means Sega could bring back other games, make them compatible, bring back games they delisted and remaster and stuff. You know, so far we've only gotten Sonic Unleashed on Xbox Series and now Sonic 06. So hopefully this is signs for things to come. But you know, it's so funny because at the time I made the video, like I knew it was coming, but I wasn't like 100% sure. And then people started telling me in the comments like, yo, gamer guy, yo, this is not happening. I guess this video is fake. I guess this video is wrong. And look, it happened. I didn't even remember I made a video like this. You know, it's just funny that a lot of my videos I have made in the past have aged like fine wine. Whether it is a prediction video, or it's an insider video, a leak video, a theory, or video about someone, whether it's controversial or not, it always ages like fine wine. I don't know, like my videos, a lot of them are like sleeper hits. You know, I post it now, it gets moderate amount of views, but then over time it builds up, people go back to it, and then they just increase in views. Some of them go viral, you know, like, you know, apparently a lot of people go back and watch my videos because the rewatchability is high. So, you know, I do what I can do. You know, I always try to do my research and to look up verified things, and if I'm wrong, I will always let you guys know. But alright, so that's enough of Sonic 06. We're done talking about that game. So to the Sonic 06 fans, if you have Xbox systems, you can enjoy the game, and this time there will be no long loading time screens. You know, all that lag and stuff will be gone. It's not going to fix all the glitches, but it's going to be as smooth of a sail as Sonic 06 can be. But if you want a flawless game that doesn't have any of the glitches, you might as well just play Sonic P06, you know, because the fans obviously are doing it better than Sega. Speaking of leaks, we got some more leaks to report on Blind Leaks. But before I get to that, let's do the rundown on some of the Sonic multimedia news. Now, you guys already know Ugly Sonic was in Chip and Dale movie. I talked about that last time. That movie's actually doing pretty well, you know, got like a, last time I checked it on Rotten Tomatoes, it has like an 82%. So it's fresh. It's got the certified fresh Rotten Tomatoes stamp, and it's just funny and hilarious that this movie has a higher score than Sonic movie 1 and 2. So at the end of the day, Ugly Sonic got the last laugh. You know, it's funny, but you know, same score for the critics and the audience, so I'm happy for Ugly Sonic. You know, I also heard that Disney is planning on making some Funko Pops or like some merch on Ugly Sonic. So I was like, yo, Disney, are you trying to claim Ugly Sonic? Because no one's going to fight you on that. Paramount's like, sure, take him, we don't want him. And obviously Sega's not going to claim him, so it's just, that would be funny if Disney, you know, owns Ugly Sonic and then we see him more than once. It's just, I don't know, like, who would have thought? Like, this is like the good timeline. The bad timeline is where Ugly Sonic is actually the face of the Sonic movies, and then those whole movies just crash and burn. Alright, and also Sonic Movie 2 has released on digital. I think it will come on Blu-ray next month. So they came out with a digital short, Sonic Movie 2 Drone Home, or Sonic Drone Home. And I'm loving the art style here. The expressions are very nice. You know, this could be the expressions for the Knuckles show. Who knows? I wouldn't be mad. Like, it looks really good. Still looks way better than Sonic Boom. And that's kind of cool how they're even more expressive than they were in Sonic Movie. Now, I'm not doing a reaction to it because number one, you guys have already seen it by now. And also, number two, I'm just reluctant to cover anything Sonic Movie news or show anything right now because Paramount, I just don't want to deal with them again. I don't want to deal with them for a while now because I went through hell with them for the past like 6 months with Sonic Movie 2, them just falsely copy striking my shit, and then I had to take legal action, get it restored. That happened like 3 times to me. So I'd rather not do that again. We all know Sonic Movie 3 is coming out in 2024. So until then, I'm going to give it a rest on Sonic Movie 2 unless we get some like huge news on it. In the meantime, I'm going to focus on Sonic Prime because I have heard from an insider that Sonic Prime is actually going to surprise a lot of people. Now, you know, in my previous video of Sonic Prime, I said that it looks interesting. Like, I had a lot of criticism to say about it, and I even showed screenshots of a lot of other people's criticisms. It was very mixed. There are people who were loving it, who were excited for it, and other people who were meh about it and critical of it. But one of the insiders, the same one who told me about Sonic 5, you know, the modern 2D Sonic game, the same one who told me about Sonic Colors Ultimate, Sonic 3 Knuckles coming on mobile, etc., he said that he knows someone who works in Sonic Prime, and he said it's going to be good, probably the best show next to Sonic X. Those are huge words. Like, I wasn't a huge fan of Sonic X, but I knew its potential. Like, it's the most serious Sonic show we've gotten since like Sonic Sat AM. So I appreciate that, and I also appreciate how it was anime. So if Sonic Prime is going to be the best Sonic show since Sonic X, I'm looking forward to that, and I'm going to be covering Sonic Prime a lot. My focus is going to shift from Sonic Movie to the next big Sonic multimedia, Sonic Prime. I'm definitely going to cover that, and Netflix doesn't copy strike like Paramount does, so expect me to cover Sonic Prime. I hope he's telling the truth. I hope Sonic Prime is going to be great. Now, you know, this is all subjective because one person can think it's the best thing since Sonic X, another person can think it's worse, and another person can think that Sonic X wasn't that very good. So we'll see. But anyway, let me cover these leaks. I've been yapping on a lot. This Blind Leaks guy has been into some controversy lately and some drama. What else is new? This is Sonic community. And I'm going to read a couple of his tweets. But first, remember that last video when I said he blocked me? He actually made a statement about that. He said, "To those who wonder why this account blocks people, I block anyone who interacts with this account in any manner. That includes if you've interacted with an account that interacted with one of my posts. Blocking doesn't make the leaks I posted any more true. I only take things I've seen others say and post it here. These posts are not my words. I'm only posting other people's words here. Me posting these are not me trying to spread misinformation. I'm not sure why people are so bothered with me posting these leaks." Well, these are Sonic fans. You know, Sonic fans always want to control the narrative and control leaks. They've been like this for a long time. So it's like, whatever. I'm still going to report on leaks until we get official news. And just think about it, guys. Today is potentially the last day you're going to hear me talk about leaks because we're going to be getting jam-packed Sonic news next month. I have nothing against people looking at my account and at the leaks I post, but I do not wish for others to interact with it. That is just my wish. So if you interact with my post in any way, I will block you. That is all. There's no other reason why I block. That's weird, my guy. That's very weird. Just mute people, or better yet, you can filter your Twitter posts so no one other than you can reply to it. Like, come on, dude. Like, it even says here, people Blind Leak mentioned can reply. Like, you're being extra. You're being very extra. You do not have to block people. You can just prevent them from replying or mute people. There are several ways to do this on Twitter. But anyway, she says, "So don't be like these people who think that me blocking someone is some sort of badge of honor, or is me saying that my posts are true. It's quite low of them to blame someone who only covers things they've seen around, especially when I never stated anything to be true." So, you know, these people, they always gotta claim that, oh, I don't know anything once Sonic tubers start talking about it in their videos. But whatever, I cover these leaks for fun because at least one of them will come true. And there's some of them that's like, yo, there's a lot of evidence to back this up. So anyway, let's cover some leaks here. You know, Sonic Frontiers, now there have been a lot of different interpretations of the open world or open zone. Some people say it's going to be big open worlds like Zelda Breath of the Wild, like just expansive. Others say it's going to be more segmented open worlds, like Mario Odyssey, like different sections. Now, this archive leak says Sonic Frontiers is going to be a segmented open world game. Large and small environments include a palace and an area loosely based on the Hanging Gardens of Babylon. That sounds pretty interesting. Sonic will be the only playable character, but Tails, Knuckles, Amy, etc. all have a role to play, some more than others. Now, this post says only Sonic will be playable. See, some people say his friends will be playable, some people say only Sonic will be playable. I don't know what to believe at this point. Sonic can learn new abilities, including the fast spin and dash drill, which will allow him to bury underground. Features many more puzzle platformer sections than previous Sonic titles. There are various realms scattered around, which will bring you to endless runner type sections. This is where the running takes place in the game. Bosses inhabit the larger environments. Okay, so we all know this game is going to be a very puzzle heavy game. We have heard that from more legit sources. And we know about the bosses inhabiting the environments like the Titans. Now this one is interesting. It says one of the bosses is a zombie robot hybrid. The enemies range between Eggman robots as well as Wisp type alien creatures. Game features local co-op similar to Sonic Colors, and planned release is December 9th. Now, first of all, zombie robot hybrids, that sounds very much like the Zombots from Sonic IDW comics. And you know, since Ian Flynn is writing the story for this game, I would not be surprised if there are IDW elements in it, like Zombots. That would be cool to see that in the game. Remember in that old video where I talked about like maybe Zombot being adapted to a Sonic game? So this is all kind of coming together. Now the enemies of Eggman robots will be like Wisp type alien creatures. There will be some of them like that. Look, I don't think it's dumb to assume that there's going to be some sort of Wisp reference in this game. We have gotten Wisp in every single Sonic game since Sonic Colors, every single Sonic Team game. So in Colors, Generations, Lost World Forces, even spin-off games like Team Sonic Racing, there have been Wisps. The only Sonic game that didn't have any Wisp in it was the Sonic Boom games, because that's a whole nother universe. So don't be surprised if you see Wisps in this game. Now it says game features local co-op similar to Sonic Colors. We all know there's not going to be online multiplayer. Sega is just very slow when it comes to online with Sonic games. Now, planned release is December 9th. I remember Premi mentioned that Sonic Frontiers was coming out in December. So if it's coming out December 9th, that's pretty cool, you know, because with this game, I feel like they're going to wait until December. They're not going to release in November like they usually do. And December 9th is on a Friday, so that's pretty cool. We'll see, but that's enough time for them to polish this game and stuff. Now let's read some other leaks here. Now I forgot to cover these ones before, but this is alleged Sega of America worker leaks. Basically, he has to answer to us, and we had to answer to the higher-ups of both Sega Japan and America. That's how the chain of command works, even for Frontiers. Multiple times we've been scolded because of Ian blabbing his mouth on his podcast that I don't even watch. I think the first issue was the Sonic CD timeline thing. It's not something I was aware of until my boss angrily came up to me and told me to keep Ian in check and tell him not to reveal that so early because it fucks with marketing. This was before it was public about him working on Origins, so Ian coyly told us that he hadn't broken any NDA. Recently, we're running into the same issue with the Freedom Fighters, but after I myself analyzed his wording, there's nothing we can tell him about it. Frontiers has been a worse shit show when it comes to communicating all the story stuff. I never worked with Pontaff and Graf personally, since they were on payroll, not freelance. They seemed nice the few times I met them. I understand the gripes fans have with them, of course, but I heard working with them was far smoother sailing than it is to work with Ian now. This is a lot of information. I forgot to cover this in my previous video about Sonic IDW, but they're talking about how difficult it is to work with Ian and stuff. I think it's because Ian is working with Sega. So, you know, Sega and their NDAs, I'm pretty sure it's Sega's fault. And, you know, Sega does not have a good track record of working with employees. A lot of them get mad and then they leave. This is the reason why Sega lost a lot of its creative team and level design team that worked on Sonic Unleashed, Sonic Generations, Colors. That's why Sonic Forces was so bare bones. And Frontiers has been a worse shit show. I don't know if these leaks are evident of anything. This game has gone through ups and downs in its development, you know. This and Origins, but mostly Frontiers, I think. So we're going to see in a couple weeks, in a week or two, exactly what they're cooking up in Sonic Frontiers. And I know Azuka's dreading that day. No more hiding anymore. Alright, now I got some interesting news here. I did not know that Ian Flynn is working on both Sonic Origins and Sonic Frontiers. All this time I thought he was only working on Frontiers, but it says right here from Sonic Stadium that both Ian Flynn and Tyson Hess are involved with the animated sequences of Sonic Origins. Flynn confirmed his contribution on the Bumble King blog today. Yeah, you know, I don't listen to his podcast, so I wouldn't know. But it's funny here because some people don't believe this guy. They're like, fuck off with your LARPing role-playing. Says, sorry, don't have better places to vent that frustration out. I'll go back to lurking eventually. And this person says, you better hope Ian doesn't spoil that Sonic 2 happens after 1, or your ass is going to be in the unemployment office. And this guy answers with, I guess it's not all bad. One of the things he wanted to do was restore them. Hidden Palace Supersonic idea into a really cool animated cutscene. Sega Japan declined, citing that it didn't make sense with the gameplay since Supersonic was unchanged from how he usually is unlocked. Another question here says, in the very small chance that you're legit, hopefully this means this will be his first and last game. The guy says, well, Origins and Frontiers are 2 games, so LOL. We're waiting for fan reception of Frontiers to determine if we renew his contract to work on the 2023 2D project that's been undergone that I know you guys have heard of already. That is true, that is true, that is definitely true. From like since the beginning of last year, from insiders, from Zippo, all that, we've all been talking about this modern 2D Sonic game that's coming out next year. And it's crazy that some people are still doubting this, but you guys are going to eat your words when it comes out next year. Just, you heard it from me. Now, which mandates are come from Sega of America and Sega Japan? So God, I hate that word. Also, I don't think it applies here. I guess something that was clarified early on is that Tails and Knuckles will not get cutscenes for their playthroughs, aside from Knuckles' route in the Sonic and Knuckles portion exclusively, so Ian didn't have to waste his time writing those hypotheticals. I guess another thing is he tried to write in a reference to this character apparently from the comics who I had never heard of called Kip the Capybara. Sega Japan declined this. Kid, that sounds like an Archie Sonic character. But yo, this totally explains the whole Sonic being the only playable character in the story mode of Sonic Origins. Now, the way that was worded made me go like, huh? Like, wait, so what about the Knuckles campaign in Sonic 3 Knuckles? That still exists, it just won't be in the main story. When they're talking about the story mode, they're talking about cutscenes. Because if you guys haven't heard, Sonic Origins is going to have cutscenes, animated cutscenes that will connect Sonic 1 all the way to 3 and Knuckles. That's going to be cool. So it's going to be told from Sonic's point of view. And it's like, okay, I get it. So they're not going to do Knuckles' portion since that's an afterthought. But you can still play Knuckles campaign Sonic 3 Knuckles. That's not going to be removed. But yo, that's cool, man. When I do my playthrough of Sonic Origins, I'm definitely going to play through the whole game. I might split it. Like, I might do it in 2 parts. The first part will be Sonic 1 and Sonic 2. The second part will be Sonic CD and 3 and Knuckles. We'll see. Any plans for Knuckles and Shadow? Has the movie influenced anything? Yeah, that Shadow is going to be in as a playable character. They're talking about Sonic Frontiers. Beyond what you know, no, I don't work for Paramount, nor have I been involved with any of the movie portion of the brand. So I don't know about Knuckles' TV show or Shadow's movie debut. Frontiers is going to have a movie Sonic electric boost skin like the Colors Ultimate game did, of course. I heard unofficially that it was part of promotional deals involving the cross-branding, but again, I wouldn't know. Now, here's the most important question. Does Frontiers have more playable characters? Shadow. Ian had to submit additional exclusive scripts for his dialogue. Only Shadow? That dialogue added script was requested from on high. No other character has had that request come in. Is it like an episode Shadow kind of deal then? Not really. Shadow's added dialogue is to be pasted over Sonic's in-game. It's more like New Game Plus, but it's called Shadow Frontiers. So this kind of reminds me of Sonic Forces when Shadow was playable there. But this seems more extensive because Shadow was lazily put in Sonic Forces. There were some levels he wasn't even playable on because it was scripted, automated sections of Sonic, and Sega Sonic Team was just too lazy to, replace Sonic with Shadow. Shadow's added dialogue is to be pasted over Sonic's in-game. What the fuck does this even mean? Pulling up the 2 script text documents now. Now Sonic says, better watch out for those robots, and Shadow says, these robots are no challenge for me. They fulfill the same event placement. So basically, like, Sonic and Shadow are going to say the same things, but different wording. So that's pretty cool. That actually shows that, Sonic Team is putting some effort in this game. Hey Leaker, if you are still there, does Blaze appear in Frontiers? Blaze the cat is not in the game, but she is mentioned by Silver the Hedgehog. I'm glad he confirmed that, because we all know Sega does not like Blaze anymore. They mistreat her. So, of course, she's not going to be in the game, but at least she's going to be mentioned by Silver. Also, just to clarify this with you people, because I don't know, some people thought that Amy was going to be playable in Sonic Origins. I would like that, but that's not the case, because the question here says, why do Stealth and Whitehead hate Amy? Whitehead isn't working with us on Origins. Headcanon Stealth is using his past work. That's true. Like, the only part of Sonic Origins that's being worked on is Sonic 3 and Knuckles with Headcanon, and Stealth too, yeah. But Christian Whitehead's not working on this game at all. They're just using his assets with his previous Mania team to work on 3 Knuckles. Sonic 1, 2, and CD are all being ported from, you know, the remasters he already made, or remakes if you want to consider it that, and they're just repurposing it in Origins. So Origins is only going to be original for the 3 Knuckles part, you know, the Holy Grail. But alright guys, that wraps it up for now. So these are the last and final leaks I have to cover before we get official Sonic news next month. So what do you guys think about all this? Let me know down in the comments below. Do you think all these leaks are still bullshit and we will find out next month? Or do you think like these leaks are kind of truthful and are leading to something? Let me know. But guys, it's no need to start drama and get into a hissy fit because, oh, leaks. Like, Sonic fans are the only people I know who throw a hissy fit because of leaks. Like, don't let leaks raise your expectations to unrealistic heights only to be disappointed when the game comes out. But at the same time, don't be like Debbie Downers or try to like attack the messenger. Like, come on guys, just be excited, be hyped. And if you don't like leaks whatsoever, don't watch them. You know, I didn't spoil myself with Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. I avoided all the leaks, whether they were true or false, because I wanted to watch the movie and experience it for the first time without getting spoiled, and I enjoyed myself. So everyone has their own way of consuming entertainment. Let's not trash or impede other people's enjoyment of how they want to consume their media. Some people love getting spoiled. I know some people who love to know the whole thing before they watch it or play it. But that's all I gotta say. Stay tuned for more videos next month now that I've been settled in my new house. Take care guys, and until next time, I'm out.